when we think about indemnification, we see this a lot in corporate contracts, right? But when you say that, are you just saying you can't sue us, or are you also saying you're going to defend us? Because that other sibling might come in, guns blazing, they're furious.
Sure.
They're going to come after the cemetery. How could you do this? Cemetery's going to go, your sibling said this was okay. We have this indemnification clause there. That sibling that either intentionally or not intentionally misled the cemetery, do they have to actively protect the cemetery through their legal counsel, or is the cemetery just like, look, I have this indemnification clause, I'm out, it's between you two? What does that look
So the cemetery is not out.
Okay.
It depends on what the indemnification clause says to really see what your duty and obligation is. But the practical aspect of it is, if you're sibling number 2 in that situation and you didn't know, or the person lied, or they just didn't mention you, or nobody checked with you, right? Or maybe acted against your express, and maybe you've already put your express wishes on the record somewhere and they just disregarded it, right? And so you're going to pursue the cemetery. You're going to say, well, it was your job. The law says you got to get majority consent. You didn't get majority consent. They're going to say, well, this guy said he was the majority or the only person, right? And you're going to say, well, I don't care. They don't have an obligation to me. You have an obligation to me, to the cemetery. So that second person is going to do is they're going to sue the cemetery. And then what the cemetery is going to do is they're going to turn around and sue the person that made the funeral arrangements, right? And they're going to say, well, if we have to pay, somebody a bunch of money for this, it really has to be you that pays it. And so, it is a word of caution for people that are going to do this. A, make sure you have the buy-in, right, from your family. And B, make sure that when you're, directing funeral plans or making representations on behalf of the family, read what you're signing. Like, what are you promising to do if this turns out to be incorrect?